Hello everyone. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. I'm having a much happier Tuesday than I did last week. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can see me. Let's make sure everything's going good. YouTube sometimes has some problems, so I want to make sure everything's going all right before I start talking about all that stuff. Got a new project going. Last week when I was not able to really function a lot, was so tired I couldn't do anything, my mind kind of started on a new project, and I want to share that project. And I haven't gotten very far with it. I had a busy week, so this is going to be one of those times where I'm going to be going and working out my project so that you guys can see my process and how I think about things and how I work out some problems, and I just want to talk about the new project. I'm really excited about it too. So no one has said that they can hear me yet, so I want to make sure before I go much further that you guys can hear me. And I know there's a lag. This will be a recording on YouTube. I am streaming on YouTube. The recording comes up automatically. So if you're watching a recording, this is a live stream, and there are people in the chat that ask questions and I talk to. Thanks, Deborah. So it gets a little confusing when you're watching a recording that I'm talking to people that are in the chat. I like to answer questions, and it's nice for people to be able to come to the chat and ask questions so I can show answers, and so you can see how to do something or whatever. So I am going to start. I was pretty sick last week, and I do want to say thank you to everyone for all your well wishes and happy thoughts, because hi Sarah, I am feeling much better. I'm not 100% yet, but I've got a handle on it, and it's going to be better next week. I'm still working on. It's a medication change thing, and it's allergies are killing me, and I'm having a terrible allergy attack today. So hopefully I won't start sneezing like I did like 15 minutes ago. I'm going to have a sneeze attack. Horrible allergies last night. So hopefully we won't have to deal with that. But yeah, I've had allergies and, just all kinds of stuff that were keeping me from getting any sleep, which was making my head terribly bad. But yes, I am much better, and we're getting there. So I didn't get a chance to do a whole lot of work this week because I went out of town. I went to St. Louis, Missouri. I'd never been there before. I drove through once, but I never stopped. So I went and got to go into the Ark and got some postcards, and that really got me to thinking about postcards and all that good stuff for this project. So I'm really excited, and I don't know where to start. I don't want it to be very confusing for those people watching the recording, but I've got so much to say, and I think I'll start with the books. Like I said, I haven't had a chance really to do a lot of work, so these are rough draft books that I'm working out. I haven't done anything to the covers. I left, hi Patricia, I left Friday morning, and Thursday I spent pretty much getting ready for the trip, so I haven't had a lot of time to work on anything. And I thought it would be nice to work on a project so that you can see the progress of the project, instead of what I usually do is I make a project and then I go back and show you how I did it. So I usually have 2 of everything. So this time we're going to start from the beginning and just kind of work with it together and see how it progresses. So my idea that I'm working out, and this is the reason I got 2 of them, because I'm not sure exactly how I want to go about doing it. I want to do a book of pockets and envelopes and all that good stuff. I was very, very inspired, not last week, but the week before, when I did the paper doll book show. I hadn't been through the paper doll book in quite a while, and going through the pockets was a lot of fun. And I think it was a lot of fun for you guys too. Hi, Victor. Now, I got a lot of comments on how, you know, that little paper doll book made everybody smile, and all the fun stuff that was in it. And I decided that I wanted to do something like that again. So I'm making another book with pockets, but bigger pockets this time, bigger pockets. So I can put more things in and bigger things in and not worry about the size of what the item is that's going in the pocket. So I thought, at first, I thought that I would do, and it hasn't been worked out yet, I thought I would use scrapbook paper, and this is kind of like cardstock, scrapbook paper. Yes, trying to speak here. I cut it down, and you know, I don't even remember the sizes that I cut these down, but I did cut the 12 by 12 down. It's probably 5 by 7 is what that is. Folded one part over to create the pockets. And I made a bunch of pages, and I thought that I would use the back side to attach envelopes for other pockets. So I'm kind of working this out. This section here, I actually have glued them together, glued the pockets in, and I don't want to put light on because it makes me so hot, but you're going to have to see what's going on here, right? So here's, you know, I got stuff in this one already. Here is one of the pages that I've glued, and I just used glue stick. I am experimenting with glue to see what works the best. I don't necessarily like the wet glues because it warps the paper and kind of buckles stuff sometimes. I like glue stick. My favorite glue stick is the Scotch permanent glue stick, and I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me, I really am having a horrible allergy attack today. So I'm hoping, sorry, excuse me, I am hoping I'm not going to be sneezing through this whole thing. I got too much to say to be sneezing like crazy. So my go-to usually is the Scotch permanent glue stick, and that's what I used for this one today. I also like the Elmer's Extreme. That seems to work pretty well too. So that's what I used to glue the pockets for this page. And what I did was, I think I cut 10 inches by, I want to say it was 9.5. I want to say 9.5. And then I folded 2.5 inches up. You can see, I haven't glued that one yet, but 2.5 inches up. And then I cut, here, let me take one out that I haven't glued yet. So I do believe that this pocket is 2.5 inches. I could be a little wrong. I could be 2 inches. I'm not quite sure. And I just folded that up. And what I did before I glued it, I cut this pocket here and then just put glue on the sides here to press up, because when you fold pockets in that aren't cut, they buckle a little bit. They don't rest very well. So, and I don't remember where I got that page out, so I will put it back there. So if you cut in between here, your pages will close a little bit better. It's still kind of not going flat. but I suppose, you know, when we get a bunch of stuff in the pockets, that it's not going to matter too much if it's flat or not. Hi, Mika. Hi, Carol. Hi, anybody that I've missed. Glad you guys all are here. So that's what I've done, is I've just used a glue stick to glue those pockets. And I've used, since I'm just working out the idea, trying to figure out how to do these pockets, I'm just using rubber bands in here for now. It's just a quick cardboard cover that I've just folded just to work out the details. I will be covering that later, but that's not really my concern. I know I can do that part. I just kind of wanted to get the basics of the book itself underway so that I can start filling it with good stuff. So I have made the pockets only on one side so that I have the second side to like glue envelopes to make more pockets, or another pieces of scrapbook paper to make other pockets, or to use paper clips to paper clip envelopes to the page. The goal that I have in mind is to get as many pockets as possible to keep as much stuff as possible. I am a collector. I've said it before. I am a terrible hoarder. I like to collect everything. And I like some place to put all of it. The junk journals that are around right now are perfect for this kind of thing, but I want more pockets. I want more places to be able to put stuff. So that's my whole purpose, is to make a pocket book, a book of pockets. So that is it. This is the scrapbook, this 12 by 12 scrapbook paper one that I'm trying to work out. And I'm not sure if I really want to go that route. So my other idea for the book, let me get this out of the way, is to use greeting cards that I've gotten in the mail. You know, birthday cards, Easter cards, whatever, recycling old stuff. And this would be good for those people that want to keep their cards. Sometimes I want to keep the cards, but you know, what do you do with a bunch of cards? So I'm thinking about making the pockets on some of these cards, and I started doing one before I left on this little trip that I just got back from. And I got back at 2 o'clock in the morning last night, so I'm a little tired. Please excuse me if I start rambling. I got up fairly early so I could kind of prepare for this stream, but I'm a little tired. And the allergy attack last night did not help. So this is, let me take this little envelope off for now. This is a card I got for Easter. My father sent me a Easter card, and it's just a normal greeting card, like, you know, like one of these, with, you know, just a normal one. And I put them in this book just so that you can see, but it's just a normal card. Okay, and what I did, let me take it out of the rubber band thing. I put a piece of scrapbook paper on the back and another piece of scrapbook paper, and I only used the glue stick again, and it seems to be holding fairly well. And I put a little pocket on the back. There wasn't anything on the back except, you know, the information from the card. So I'm not, you know, losing anything at that point. Thanks, Victor. So, hi, Mary. So that's what I did. I'm just covering up the back of the card, putting a pocket in that I can, you know, put stuff in. And I will get into putting stuff in later, but this is a pocket that I can put stuff in. Here is the note that was written on the card, and then on this side I put another pocket. just glued a little piece of paper on here. And I might even put another one here, or I can add an envelope with a paper clip. I'm not sure what I want to do. I was just kind of working out to see if the pockets would be strong enough. And then that is the front of the card. So I haven't lost anything, but I've gained some little places to put some stuff. So I'm thinking maybe that would be a good way to use up some of my cards. I need to, this poor little book is buckling. The rubber bands are not big enough. And I need to put a little bit of reinforcement on the spine, obviously. So that is that one. So then I thought, for those people that don't want to do anything with their cards, they just want to keep their cards, another idea would be just to use a piece of cardstock and make a card shape, and then add the pockets to the card shape, is what I've done here. And I've added quite a few pockets and all kinds of stuff. This is what ultimately I am going for. This is, I'm just going to get this out of the way at this point. I want my pages to have all kinds of pockets that I can put all kinds of stuff in. And I am going to talk about all the stuff that I want to collect and put in my pocket pages. But for now, I can show you what it looks like without all the stuff in it. Okay, so this is what, it's just a piece of cardstock, and I believe I cut it 10 inches by 7.5, I think it was. I wanted it to be a normal, the same size or something close to a regular greeting card size. So I think it's 7.5 by 5. And all I did was put some scrapbook paper down. This is a pocket right here, and this is a pocket. And I just used scrapbook paper to put on top of that. And here you can see, these are both just pockets. All I did, I could probably use patterned scrapbook or cardstock, but I didn't want it to be too busy. I wanted to be able to see my stuff. So I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to use for the base, but all these are pockets. This is a printout that I just put on the back that I liked. And here's another piece of scrapbook paper and another pocket here. So, see, I wasn't sure if I really wanted to use my greeting cards that people have given me. Like I said, I'm working out what I really want to do. But it is an option. I could use both. Some of the cards are too pretty to use, like Victor says. But, what do you do with your cards? You put them in a box and you go visit them every once in a while, or you can make a book out of them, cover up the places that don't really have anything that you want to save, and add little things to the pockets and have fun with being able to look through the book. Another idea that I had was Happy Mail. We like to send Happy Mail. We like to get Happy Mail. Sometimes Happy Mail can be a little bit, or making Happy Mail can be a little overwhelming. You never think you have enough, so you keep adding more, adding more. But I was thinking kind of in the lines of Rosemary Morris, her deconstructed journal pages, where you make a journal page. And I have one that I started. I've not gotten very far on it. Obviously, I've got my stuff that I want to glue into it here. Her deconstructed journal pages are 8-inch squares folded in half, and people make the page, and they embellish and they do all kinds of stuff to all sides, and then they swap them. And I thought, that would be really a great idea I really like this idea. I want to do that. But I thought something with pockets in it, not necessarily a journal page, but a pocket page with fun little bits to swap would be really fun to do. And so I wanted it to be kind of a normal size, like a greeting card that would go into just a regular envelope. And so, adding just a couple little bits and pieces to the pocket, and I'll get into all the stuff that I want to add, and sending off just a small little Happy Mail to more than, quite a few people, rather than a huge Happy Mail to one person. It would be a lot of fun, I think, and I kind of wanted to start swapping with some people, but it would be a little less intimidating, smaller swaps, smaller little bits, 2 or 3 little things in pockets, and just swapping maybe the stuff, maybe swapping one page with some stuff in it. Rosemary's group is a lot of fun. I am a part of her group, and see all the wonderful pages that are being swapped. And it does look like a lot of fun, and I want to do it. But I keep getting involved in projects and don't do my initial swap. I haven't done it yet. But it's on the same kind of line as that, is we could swap pocket pages and add little bits of fun stuff to the pocket pages. So, like I said, I'm still working out the book, and what I am going to do is I am going to make myself a book of pocket pages, so that I can have a book and start swapping little bits of things with people, and adding their little bits to my pockets. I haven't worked out all that yet. Like I said, I have been not here most of the week. So once I get my pocket pages all done, what I've really gotten excited about is figuring out fun stuff to put inside of them, the pockets. So let's start talking about fun stuff. All right, let me put the pocket pages down here. Let me see if I can not run over them with my chair, because that would not be good. You know what, and I might just keep this page out so you can see. Oh, my nose. Thanks, Mika. Get some sleep. Have a good night. You bought secondhand shop different foreign greeting cards. I would love to find greeting cards with, yeah, and that's part of what I wanted to do. So on my trip, sorry, I needed a little drink there. On my trip, and like I said before, the paper doll book is what really inspired me, with all the little bits and fun things inside the paper doll book. On my trip, of course, I thought that I would start gathering postcards. I used to do that as a kid, and I don't know where those postcards have gotten to. I don't know if I still have them, or if they're still available, or my father has them. I don't remember, but I do remember collecting postcards. So I went through Illinois and got some postcards there. And here, of course, is St. Louis. This one's a gold foil one. It's shiny. It's so pretty. Love that. And some other St. Louis postcards. And then I got one from Arkansas that I wasn't really fond of. But I thought, it would be so much fun to trade postcards as well. Write a little note and have the postmarks and stuff on the postcards, and make postcard books, with swaps that way as well. pen pals. You know, that's gotten out of, we've gotten out of the habit of writing letters and stuff. And that was another thing that I wanted to talk about, writing letters and postcards. And then, of course, my grandmother's postcards. And I've got a couple of them. I printed them out before I left. A couple of them are just on regular paper. I think I might glue on cardstock. I made these just a little bit smaller than the normal size postcard, because I thought they would be easier to put into my little pockets, because these are just kind of too big. They kind of just don't fit. But so I thought, you know, something like that would be kind of fun to have old-time postcards. And you can find postcards online and stuff to get copies of stuff like that. So that was one of my thoughts. All right, I don't want to get all confused here with all this stuff. So we're talking about postcards and letters. I want to add some envelopes to some of these pages, and it would be so much fun to pull out letters. And doing swaps, it's fun to add just a little note or a post-it note even, to be able to add. And of course I can't do anything normal, so when I write a letter, I wrote this one from the outside and went around the edges just to make it more interesting. It's something I did really fast before the stream, so it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, but I just wanted you to get the gist of no one writes letters anymore. And you know, it's time we brought back a little bit of letter writing. I mean, what's wrong with letters? So wouldn't it be kind of fun to pull out letters out of little envelopes? One of the other reasons I was thinking about this is I recently have been looking at the Griffin and Sabine books by Nick Bantock, and I love going through the book. And I don't have one. I did have them at one point, but I had to get rid of them. So I'm kind of hoping to get some more. I enjoyed them, but the book is it's a book about I don't know exactly what it's about. I can't remember. But the thing of it is, it's not real. It's a story, but you read the story through the letters that are going back and forth between Griffin and Sabine. And so the book on each page, or almost every page, has an envelope on the page that you take an actual letter out of and read the letter, and you try to get the story as it progresses through the letters. So it's really kind of fun to do that. And I thought I want to do something kind of like that. So I want to make some envelopes, and you know, I do make a lot of envelopes. Here's a coin envelope. I think I took the pattern from that coin envelope to make an envelope out of a magazine page. But those are really easy to make. I didn't get a chance to make like a regular envelope pattern. This one is too big, so it has to be a little bit smaller. But that's what I'm hoping to do sometime this week, is to make some envelopes that I can add onto the page. So that's part of that. Here is an old letter that was written in 1952, and I believe I got this letter before I cut out a chunk of it. I bought some postage stamps, and I believe that this letter was in there. I have no idea who the people were that to or from, but I loved the letter. And of course I didn't scan it before I cut it up. I forgot to do that. So anyway. But another thing, you know, another way to write letters is in a circle. I started in the middle and then just went around in a circle. It's a bunch of nonsense, but it would be fun to write some little letters, little notes. Here's another envelope. This one is a circle envelope that you can put stuff in. And then you can use a paper clip and clip it onto a page. This one's really large because I wanted you to be able to see what it was. I've got some smaller ones. I don't know where they are. But adding letters, I think, would be fun to these pocket pages. So that is, I've got a list of all these things here. So, and lists too. Let me, I'm confusing myself at this point. So I need a place to put all the stuff that I've already talked about. So you have a place that you can buy baskets, big bags of old greeting cards. Oh, that would be really cool. I like that idea a lot. You might have to email me. We might have to talk, Mary. All right. So in doing this book, I thought that it might be kind of fun for a gift. Christmas is coming up. You know, we've all got, kids and grandkids that we want to, make something for. Why not make a little pocketbook and put some little goodies in there? You know how kids love to save stuff. Put some postcards in and some pictures. And I don't remember what I did. I've got stuff everywhere. Sorry, guys. Here are some old envelopes that I don't really want to use as pockets, but I just thought they were really cool with the postmarks and stuff on them. So I might include them just as something to go in the pocket, but they're kind of large. I might have to make a bigger pocketbook just to put larger things in. Another idea, and I don't know what I did with them that I would like to do for kids, is family photos. And I have a stack of photos. Of course, I can't find them. Here are some photos that I have taken. I have used to take a lot of pictures, and they would be fun just to add a little bit of color or something fun into these pockets. These are a little large. I'm going to have to make smaller copies to put in because they're too big. I was trying desperately to get all this stuff put together before the stream, and I probably don't have everything I need. Okay, so where are those family photos? Because that's what I need now. Gosh, I really don't know what I did with them. I thought they were right here. Here they are. Here they are. So I'm thinking about giving a gift of a book with all kinds of fun stuff in it, maybe to my granddaughter. I haven't figured out if I can do it yet or not. But I thought it would be kind of cool, and these are just some pictures I grabbed. It would be kind of cool if I could add some pictures of her to put in her pocket so she has her very own pictures of herself. And I would like to print out a picture of us together so that she has a copy of that all by, so you can do whatever she wants to. It's a copy of a picture. I think she would think it would be kind of special to have her own copy that, she can do whatever she wants to with them. And these are the copies of some old family photos of mine. This is my great-grandmother, and it's just a copy. It's just a copy. I've scanned all these pictures, and I just made copies. But I think, I would like to give a copy of that picture to my granddaughter. Here I am, got too much stuff over here. It would spark interest for her. Okay, Mary, thanks. Thanks, Mary, for being here. Bye, Mary. It would spark interest for the younger generation if they had a picture of, like I said, this is my great-grandmother, so it would be her great-great-grandmother, and give her just a copy of that with maybe some information, her name and her birthday, on the back of the picture. That would give the children a little bit more. They would want to know more about their relatives, their ancestors, where they came from. If they had their very own picture that they could look at, they'd start asking questions. Well, where did she live, and what did she do, and all that other stuff, and it would spark an interest in the family history. So this little tiny one is my grandmother when she was about, I think she's about 15 here. And this is pretty much the size of the photo that I copied, but it is a copy. So if I gave my granddaughter a picture of my grandmother, so that she could have and treasure it herself, I think she might enjoy the family history a little bit more. And so all of these are various grandparents and great-grandparents, and there's my grandfather with his Model T. I think it might not be a Model T. I think this one's a Model T. This is a great aunt with some of her kids in their Model T. And this is a picture of my grandmother, and my grandmother is right here. I think she's 10 years old in this picture, and it's got her parents and her siblings, her aunts and uncles, and all of their kids. So that's, things like that would be kind of cool to pass down and put in a pocket page like this. So that they have the children, my granddaughter would have her own little pictures of her family that she can do whatever she wants to with them. And it doesn't matter if she loses them or not, because they're just copies anyway. You could copy them again. So that was my thought, to add some of that stuff. And some fun stuff too. So let's get into all the stuff. I already talked about postcards. This is a copy of a Japanese postcard, and I made it really small. So it would be kind of fun just to add some little copies of postcards into the book. So since I already talked about postcards, I'm going to put that away. Let's see here. Let's talk about all the things that we can put into the pockets, because I have got a ton of stuff. We all do. Let me see if I can get organized here so I don't miss out on anything. And if we didn't want to put our own family pictures in, we can. This isn't one of my family. I think my father got this at a yard sale and gave it to me. So I wouldn't feel bad about putting a little hat on her, or some wings on her, and having some fun with her, and to be able to put that in, or even a copy of the picture. So there's options. We don't have to use our own family pictures to do things like this with. And I was thinking too, recipes. We've got cookie recipes that would be fun to trade and have copies of. Here is Aunt Sandra gave this one to me. It is a recipe for fortune cookies, and it shows how to make them. So I'm getting ready to copy that so that I can put those in the pockets. It'd be fun to have that kind of stuff. let's see if I have this in some kind of order. Tags. We all like to make tags. I have never made a tag. Can you believe that? I have never made a tag. I have had this package of tags since 2004 and never, ever, ever made one. And I've got all kinds of sizes and colors and stuff here. I want to make some tags to put in this book. I've got all kinds of tags. And this one is just a clothing tag. I'm going to use that as a template and just make some paper tags, so I don't have to buy more tags. So I can make lots and lots of tags. I have never made a tag. Does that make any sense to anyone? It's about time I made a tag. So I've got that all ready to go. Another tag I got off a tea thing. But I thought it was cool. I've had this for a very, very, very long time. And I'll just add it with a paper clip or something, kind of like a junk journal, and make the page really interesting. So, I lost my paper clip. Another thing to add, another way to add pockets, this is a tea bag envelope. You can just add that with a paper clip. You put little stuffs in there. Here's another tag. I think I got a piece of cardstock that had some tags punched out of them. And here's another idea for pockets before I get too far. This is just a piece of sheet music that I folded, and I will have to glue or sew, and then it can be put into a pocket. This one's too large, but you could have pockets in pockets with all kinds of fun stuff in it. Just another idea for making more pockets. I want so many pockets, I don't know what to do with them, basically. That's what I want to do. And so the paper doll book is what inspired me. So I've got, some flat paper dolls that I want to put in here, that I want to make and put in here. I had some other ones. Sorry, guys, I am a little unorganized. I was hoping to have a little bit more time last night, but I got in so late. So we got some paper dolls. We'll make some paper dolls to put in here. We could do flat ones. We could do jointed ones. And we can do, the paper doll chains. I have not made one. Last week when I was feeling badly, that Tuesday evening, and Wednesday, I spent some time on Pinterest. I do have a Pinterest board, and I was gathering ideas for this book. My Pinterest board is Kagedfish, like everything else. And I do have boards for paper dolls, so it gives ideas for making paper dolls, different kinds of paper dolls. There's a paper doll chain in there, a couple of them. Actually, I found quite a few. Just to give some ideas. I've got a board for vintage postcards. I've got a board for paper dolls and vintage ads and trade cards. It's fun to, just add vintage looking things that, that just print out and, and have them because they're kind of cool looking. You guys are having internet problems. Of course, I'm all excited about showing all this stuff. So another thing to do would be, the ATCs. It's a place that you can collect ATCs that you've saved from somebody else. It's a perfect size for something like that. a nice place to store them. I mean, what do you do with ATCs that you've traded with somebody else if you don't have very many of them anyway? So ATCs are a good one for these pockets. I mean, here's a copy of a ticket. Here's old money, or it's foreign money. I don't know how old it is. I think I got that with postage stamps too, but just fun stuff to add. Copies of some playing cards. Since we're talking about cards, I got all kinds of playing cards. I like cards. I enjoy cards. So, you know, cards are always fun to include. Business cards, if they're fun shaped or, you know, they're interesting, would be cool. Here's an egg-shaped card that would be fun to collect. A feather. I love saving feathers, but I never know what to do with them. So I'm going to start collecting some just to put in my pockets. A doily to put other stuff in. Here's a copy. Actually, I think I cut that right out of a book. A copy of Mona Lisa. So we like Mona Lisa. Here's my foldy, flippy paper, whatchamacallit, doodad thingy. I mean, what do you do with that? You can put it in a pocket. Have a collecting place. Monopoly money. And this is some money that I got from Walmart. It's just play money for the kids. Something cool, something fun. Another thing that I collect is Cracker Jack. The Cracker Jack. You know, remember when Cracker Jacks used to have real prizes, and now they're just stickers or whatever? I still save them. This is a baseball card, but I got all these Cracker Jack prizes that I would really like to. I think I'm going to make a book just for Cracker Jack prizes, but it would be fun to put those in pockets. Game pieces. Here's one of those umbrellas. I love to save these, but what do you do with them? I'm going to put them in my pockets. I got some little keys that I'm going to add. The paper clip. They're flat enough, I think. They'll be kind of fun to have some heart-shaped keys in there. You guys are having all kinds of trouble. That's too bad. That's too bad. Maybe if you refresh and come back. So I guess I might just make this a short stream and talk about this again next week. I'll get some more ideas out there for those people looking at the recording. I'm losing people like crazy, I guess, because there's having a hard time. But to be able to add things like the paper doll book, what do I have here? Die cuts are fun. I have some matchbooks, and I took the innards out of them. Matchbooks are hard to find nowadays, but I was thinking to make a matchbook book with pages in it. I'm not sure exactly what to put on there, but I'm working on that kind of thing. Here's just a happy face pin. That would be fun to put on a page. I'm just going to continue, guys. Let me know if it gets really, really bad, because I'll stop. sometimes when the connection is really bad, or too many people are on Facebook or on YouTube, even refreshing, it's the same thing. So sorry. Sometimes there's so many users on YouTube that it messes me up. It says I have a healthy stream, but obviously it's not. Sorry, guys. So other things that could be added to these pockets are the store-bought ephemera. I never know what to do with this stuff. I bought it to show different places to get images and things, and now I don't know what to do with it. I'm probably going to add it to some of these pockets just to use it. Another thing would be Chinese fortunes. It would be fun to add some of these guys to the pockets. I'm just going to go through what I have here fairly quickly, since you guys are having such a hard time. I'll just go through this my list so you guys can have it as a recording. Hopefully the recording would be all right. So if you go to my Pinterest, there's all kinds of ideas for stuff to add to pockets. Here's some more tags that I've got. A Pokemon card. Baseball cards are good. ATCs are good. Here's a card. This one I actually got. It's a movable card. It came out of a Harry Potter chocolate frog box, and it is the Ravenclaw lady, and she's supposed to move, but she doesn't move very well. Anyway, those kinds of things would be fun to add to these pockets. I do have on my Pinterest an origami board, because I want to do some a crane. I want to do a jumping frog. I want to add a jumping frog to my book. And so I've collected a bunch of different patterns and things that you can make, animals and dolls and stuff, for this book. I did say game pieces. I found these little cards. I don't know what game. It came out of Tell It Like It Is. And I don't think I ever had the game. I don't know where I got these game cards. They might have been given to me, but they have interesting questions on them. If you could have been someone in history, whom would it have been? Or if you could become invisible, where would you like to go? Or another one is, where would you like to go for a vacation if you could go any place in the world? But I would like to add some of these little cards. I've got some paint chips. These came from Lowe's, house-shaped paint chips that would be fun to add in a pocket. You could add some stuff to them. A playing card, a movie ticket. We got the fish fortune teller, the miracle fish. I showed this a couple weeks ago. It curls and does fun stuff. I think you can find these guys online, but these are a lot of fun to have. And the little, bye Deborah, sorry it's so frustrating for you. The recording will be up. Here are some fireworks boxes. I never bought the fireworks, but they were on the ground the day after 4th of July in Miami. I really thought they were cool. Don't know what to do with them. I've had them for like 10 years. Don't know what to do with them. I'm going to add them to my book. It's been going on all weekend. A lot of people are on YouTube. That's all there is to it. It's got to be a lot of people. Here's another piece of packaging. It's a gum, stride gum, that I thought was really, really cool. It was given to me. I don't really chew gum. Somebody thought I would like it, and I do. You open it up, and it's a mouth. How cool is that? And it actually has pockets in it for the gum. So it's going to be fun to add things to the pockets, to add to the book. So these were given to me by a friend, and they are Hershey Kisses. We went through Savannah, and there was a candy store there that had a whole barrel of these kisses, and when we looked at them, we noticed that all of them didn't say kiss. So she saved me all the tags that were different. One of them says, "You love me," "Way to go," "I like you," "Thanks," "Better," "Feel better," a bunch of different ones. So she saved them for me and gave them to me like this, and I didn't know what to do with them. But I couldn't use them because I was afraid they were wouldn't be able to see them. But I think, putting them in a pocket like that would be a perfect way to save them forever. So I'm going to be doing that. We got more paper dolls. So that's what I'm going to be working on. Here are some 3D glasses, just as a fun something to add. And stickers. Love stickers, but I never know what to do with them, so that's what I'm going to use this book for. It's a book to collect stuff that I don't know what to do, little bits of fun stuff. And that's what the whole purpose of the book will be. So that's what I'm going to be working on this week, is doing some more pocket pages and finding things to put into them. I wanted to say that I found this origami, and there was a couple different ones at the Dollar Tree, and what it is, this one's an Alice in Wonderland, one of my favorite stories, and it's origami characters, and I had never seen it before. Here is what it comes with, and it comes with all these papers with the instructions on how to fold these papers to come up with these origami characters and stuff. It was only $1 at the Dollar Tree. Love that. With the instructions. There was like 4 or 5. There was a circus one. There was an animals. I think there were sea creatures. And here's all the instructions for them, which would be great for collage as well when I'm done with them. So go to the Dollar Tree because they've got some fun toys. Just wanted to show that because I've never seen anything quite like that. I'm going to put them in here so I don't lose the little bits and pieces. Of course, it's sticking to this thing. Game pieces. I think this one is the match game. But they're cute little things to be able to put in these pockets. And the cards, little flashcards for things. Those are fun too, to be able to add. So all kinds of fun stuff. Here's a bookmark. I think I got this at Books A Million. And it's the ruby slippers. They're actually glittery, but they're supposed to stick out of the book. so that her feet are sticking out, which I thought was really fun. But I don't want to put it in a book. I want to put it in my pockets. So that is that one. And here's another thing that I got at the Dollar Tree, which I thought was really, really cute. These are 8 note cards. They come with the envelopes, but they're little kitties. So they're just cards to be, and they could be a page in a pocket. So the stream is so bad that I've lost everybody, and I'm hoping the recording will be able to be watched. So I'm just going to continue on in hopes that the recording is good. If it isn't good, I will be doing this again. I'll just see how it goes, because this is the project that I am really fascinated with at the moment. Another thing to add to these pockets would be puzzles, dot to dots, color book pages. It would be fun for kids just to have some little bits and pieces in their books. Where did my list go? Kind of wanted to go down the list. People are coming back trying to see if the stream is getting better, and I'll let somebody tell me if it's working at all. I've lost my list. I had a list. I got so much stuff around that I lose what I was doing. There it is. Okay. So if you want some good ideas, or some ideas, they don't necessarily have to be good ideas. If you want ideas for things to put in these pockets, visit my Pinterest. I did quite a bit of work on it when I was feeling badly. Added quite a bit of stuff. Got quite a few boards. I do have a board of Nick Bantock. He does some wonderful collages, and I collected a bunch of those so you can see his work. They're really interesting to look at. I have a Cracker Jack board. I am fascinated with Cracker Jack prizes, the old ones, and I sure wish they would bring back the old prizes. You know, the plastic, little plastic, cheap little plastic rings and stuff, because those were so much fun. I also have a board that's called Illustrations, and I have a board called A World of Imagination. And my favorite board to look at is A World of Imagination. If you have some time, stop by my board and look at, A World of Imagination. It gives you a spark of creative imagination. It's just one of those, if you have some time to spend. I know Pinterest is one of those places you can get sucked in, you can stay there forever, and you never can get out again because there's so much to see. But if you want a little spark of interesting, they're fun pictures that I've come across, and there's quite a few. I think there's 160 pictures in there now. Just something you spend some time with, just to take a look at, just some fun stuff to look at, basically. So someone tell me if it's getting any better, if it's getting worse again. I do have quite a few boards on Pinterest. One of them is quotes and sayings, and I would like to add some quotes and some sayings and some words of wisdom to my book, probably on a tag. Since I've never made a tag, it's about time I did one of those, and I'm going to add a quote because I don't use enough quotes. No one's talking to me, so I have a feeling the stream is just really, really bad and no one can really hear me anyway. And I've pretty much updated you on this project at this point, and this is what I'm going to be working on this week. I'm still working on doing the video for sewing in signatures, and I will be getting that up this week too, if it all goes well. I can't promise that it should go well. So it's my plan is to get those videos up as well. And I'm going to be working on my pocketbooks, and I will talk about pocketbooks. Hi, Robin. It's really buffering badly, huh? And other people keep losing. Patricia keeps losing her internet connection, so it's bad. And I have a feeling the recording's going to be really bad as well. And you probably can't understand a word I'm saying. So I will. I'm going to cut this one short. An hour is not really that short. Just going to cut that short, since the recording probably won't be. The recording probably won't be very good either, so I'll probably have to redo this whole thing, which is fine. Nothing wrong with that. I will take a look at the recording later when it comes up, and we'll get it fixed, you know. So I'm kind of disappointed that I can't intrigue other people to start doing the project with me. I would love to have other people working on a pocket project too. But I'm going to continue working on it because I'm really excited about this project. So people keep coming back and then keep leaving, and I have a feeling that recording is going to be awful, really bad. So, and I didn't sneeze. I was expecting to be sneezing through this whole thing. So I will put some more stuff together and show you more stuff next week, and hopefully I'll have some videos up. So I am going to say goodbye for today, since it's horrible. So sorry about that. I cannot predict YouTube. You never know that YouTube's going to be good or going to be bad. So I will let you all know. I might even try a Ustream stream and see if that's any better, because YouTube seems to be getting pretty bad here. It's been pretty bad here lately, and it needs to be fixed. We need to fix the situation, so we might have to change things up. So thank you everybody for those watching the recording. Sorry I got distracted with the internet issues that YouTube has given me. And I hope I've given you some ideas and some inspiration to make some pocket pages with me. I'm really excited to get further in this project, and I will show you more stuff next week when YouTube cooperates, because it will cooperate next week, right? Thanks everyone. That light is just so hot. Thanks everyone for being here. Thanks for watching the recording. Sorry for all the mess. Yeah, that's all I have to say. I probably would have talked for another hour, but since no one can hear